stream, and they're going to explain themselves. They're going to justify why they didn't kill their own boss. Insane this has gotten. Everybody is so whipped up about this that Turning Point USA is going to host their own live stream, and all of these people who are friends with Charlie Kirk in real life were probably there at his wedding, at his children's baptism, or well, I don't know how they do it as Protestants. But his closest friends, his wife, they're going to get on a live stream and explain for all these psychos why they didn't murder their own boss with France and Israel and Egypt and the United States and people in maroon shirts and the Beekeeper Society. And so, and this is like, we got to give her credit. It's a huge win for Candace. She wanted disclosure. She wanted transparency. She's getting it. Turning Point answered her questions on a brief video, and they announced this live stream where they're going to give a formal response. Okay, you won. You did it. Even better. Turning Point says she's invited to come to the live stream. Okay. Home run. Easiest victory ever. It's free. It's free. She's been pushing them for 3 months to answer the questions, and they set her up for, like, this has got to be, if it happens, the most anticipated live stream of the year. She has had the quarter, millions of views on YouTube, on Spotify, on X. And if she goes to Turning Point and she puts the screws in them, she is either going to blow the lid on the whole thing, and credit where it's due, she will be the #1 journalist of the century. Or we find out, we get to the bottom of it, that Turning Point was not complicit in the murder of Charlie Kirk. And nobody could say then that we didn't do our due diligence, because you got Candace there. So everybody could breathe a sigh of relief. And I think that's a victory for her too, because then she gets to say, well, I discovered the truth. But we find out today she's not going to go. I'm sure you've all seen this. Turning Point says they're going to do a live stream. They're going to answer all the questions about Charlie Kirk. They invite her to place. We don't need to plan it out. Let's just do it. They say, okay, December 15th. She goes, oh, but that's a bad day for me. I can't do it then. Can I Skype in? Can I Zoom? Bitch. We can't. What are we doing here? I said it on Telegram. You actually just have to admire the audacity. This woman has gone in every single day for 3 months, and she has dragged everybody, and like every country, the wife, the friends, the company, the government, the FBI, Israel, France, Egypt. She's dragged everybody through this, whatever you want to call it, this investigation. It's served up to her on a silver platter. All right, uncle, we give up. You're losing to disinformation and mass hysteria. The open society is failing. Mass psychosis has taken hold over the nation. Fine. We'll do a live stream. We'll justify why we didn't kill our boss, and you can ask us anything you want. Just show up. And she goes, I can't that day. Honestly, what else do you have going on? This is your job. You're a YouTuber. She acts like this has been your obsession and crusade for 3 months. Literally, what could you have going on? I see some people already defending. They say, well, you'd understand if you had kids. It's Christmas time. Okay, I think you get a special dispensation. First of all, it's the 15th. People are working and going to school right up until Christmas Eve sometimes. It's 10 days before Christmas, okay? Second of all, I think her family would understand. Whole family's dragged out. I think her family would understand. Maybe we could reschedule the family Christmas party to the 17th, the 19th. Go and do what you got to do. People will defend anything, I guess. She says, I'm not going to go to Phoenix in person. I'll live stream their live stream. So you're too busy to go in person, but you're not busy enough to live stream the event from your house? Does that even make sense to anybody? You can't cancel your show talking about Charlie Kirk's death to go to Turning Point to ask them about Charlie Kirk's death because you're too busy doing your show. This is why crazy bitches, they make the whole world crazy. They make you sound crazy. They make you go crazy. Anyway, so we'll talk about it. That's going to be our featured story. Totally insane. I can't believe how many people are falling for it. And it just goes to show, by the way, and I don't care how much flack I get for saying this, I don't give a shit anymore. I'll tell you the truth.